good morning, and welcome to another episode of To the Moms. We're your hosts, Kathy and Amaris. And
Yes.
today we are talking about things that our parents did with us growing up, whether things that are maybe frowned upon or are just not safe practice or just simply are myths.
Yeah.
Now, we are Latina moms, so
Yeah.
this list, for the most part, will pertain to millennial parents, but I think a lot of these things are like typical, Hispanic moms.
Right. Yeah.
But before we start, why don't we talk about our week for a little bit? How are you doing, Amaris?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
How am
shit.
I doing? Where do I start? So I think once we came back from our little trip, ovulation pain was on and kicking my ass.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
was just in so much pain. And then once the pain stopped, I got this migraine. And I still have it. It's still lingering.
Oh no.
But it's been like affecting my sleep, my day-to-day things. I can't get my house clean because everything is just triggering me.
I'm sorry. That's terrible. I don't know
It's
what migraine.
terrible.
I don't think I've ever really had a migraine, or maybe a couple times, but I know a lot of people get them bad.
It's terrible. I've actually been having migraines since, what was it, the
Your
age
whole
of
life,
9?
right? Yeah.
So
Wow.
I don't want to say I'm used to it. I know what can trigger it, and there's been
Yeah.
just a lot of things that could have triggered it. So now I'm just trying to like chill, ease up. I don't care if my house is dirty, it stays dirty for the new year. I just need to get this pain just to stop.
I know. Why don't we tell the listeners a little bit about our trip? So we went to the town of Bethlehem in Pennsylvania, which is actually considered it's, what is it? Christmas town,
the Christmas
USA.
city,
Yeah, of America. Like, how freaking cool is that?
Yeah.
I know you guys didn't really get the chance to explore too much of the the town.
We couldn't. Yeah, we couldn't.
But it was really nice. I mean, we made the most out of it, and we had a good time in the cabin. I think all in all, like, just spending time together, like, that was the goal. And just seeing the kids happy and
running around,
playful. It was great.
It was nice. Yeah,
it was
and
really
I knew
nice.
Going on this trip was gonna be more about the kids than like anything, so I didn't have any expectations of adult interaction. Like, I was just, it's all about the kids, it's all fine.
Yeah. And I think we were so burnt out and checked out.
We were so burnt out, checked out. I kind of was just like, as long as my kids are happy, my kids are fed, like, that's all I really care right now.
Yeah, but it was fun, and we didn't do much, but it was great. Like, we just stayed in our little cabin. It rained all week, I was gonna say weekend, but
it rained the whole time that we were there. And I think that was like the one thing that like was upsetting, because we were looking forward to just being outside.
We were looking forward to snow.
We were looking forward to snow, although I didn't have much expectations.
No, but it would have been nice.
But it would have been nice if it wasn't raining, to be like outside running around and just playing. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, the kids still had a great time.
I know.
So it's all good.
We're still kind of trying to get back into a routine. It's just the holidays just has us like, wait, it's the weekend? Like, it was just the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, it's just very confusing. Like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but
yeah. Yeah, I did grocery shopping yesterday. I was like, let me get this done now, because I know on Sunday it's going to be chaotic. I'm not going to have that energy.
Was it packed yesterday?
No, surprisingly it wasn't.
Really?
And I went at 10 a.m. And usually 10 a.m. is a little packed.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I was very shocked. Very shocked.
I did just a small Walmart delivery for the next few days, and then I'm thinking Tuesday, that's when I'll do like our big compra, like groceries.
Yeah. So. That's smart. Yeah, no, I waited until Saturday, so for the rest of the week we were just like, okay, whatever we have, we're just gonna make scraps. We're gonna make something up.
Yep, that's what we were doing too.
Yeah.
No food goes wasted in this house.
No food.
That is for sure.
No.
Speaking of food, Grayson doesn't want to eat. I don't know what's going on with this kid. I'm so frustrated.
Yeah.
He's only asking for milk. And I feel like a terrible mom, because I'm like, no, like, that's it. No more milk. No milk, all gone.
Right.
But he's constantly asking for it. And I don't know what to do. So if you have any tips,
I remember
I'm open
Cirilla
to
was
them.
going through that, and I did what you did. I say, no, if you're hungry, you can have this, because I almost feel like, not that they're testing you, but like they know at some point you're going to give in. And at one point, I remember all she was having was fruits and goldfish and graham crackers, and I was like, "F this." I stopped buying the snacks. I mean, I'm still buying the berries, but I became stricter with her. And I remember at one point, Abraham was like, he would pause the TV and be like, if you want to watch TV, you have to take a bite. So she'll take a bite, press play, stop, and pause it. And she knew. She's like, all right, like, these people mean business. I need to eat. So sometimes I
but
think,
even at that age,
yeah,
really,
yeah, because he's what, 15 months now?
7. No, he's about to be 17 months.
Yeah, so yeah, by 15 to 18 months, we were very like, no, you're gonna eat what's in your plate. If not, the TV goes off. We're not gonna play anymore. Like, you need to eat, and she did.
We need to figure it out, because like Blue is like stricter in some ways with our parenting, and like I'm very like softy, and sometimes it's vice versa.
Yeah,
but when it comes to the food thing, it's just like he's crying and he's so upset, and he's going like this to me
because he wants
in my face.
Yeah. Right.
Like, do you not see me? And I feel so bad, and like sometimes I give in, you know, but
don't, girl.
Just seeing him not eating, it's like, it's breaking my heart. I'm like, how are you not eating? Like, I don't understand. He'll eat graham crackers, but like, damn.
Right. So stop the graham cracker, stop the goldfish, and just be like, you're hungry, have a protein, and have this. I trust me. It sucks because you do want to give in, because it's like, well, they're hungry, they're starving. They're not. They're not starving. Trust me. They're not starving.
I just gave him a variety. Now I gave him 1 egg. Let me put my phone on. Do not disturb. I gave him those like little egg souffles.
Okay,
I gave him one of those. Like 4 tater tots and a blueberry waffle, and I cut it up just to kind of give him variety.
Yeah, that's good.
He took a few bites.
That's fine. That is fine. Okay. That's fine. Right. He probably doesn't want to eat the whole meal. And like, not for nothing, kids his age, they like snack in the sense that they'll eat a little bit and then go back to it.
So I just left it. Yeah. That's what I do. So we've been doing the high chair thing, which has been working. But then when he tells us all done, I leave it on the coffee table. Yeah. So like if he's playing or if he's watching TV, he can always come back to it. Right.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah, I'm trying. Girl, yeah,
just keep trying. Don't give in, because he knows at some point you're going to give in. So maybe for now, just stop the graham crackers and whatever snacks. Yeah, and go from there, because that's what we had to do with Cirilla.
Okay. Yeah. When I go to the store, I'm gonna try to maybe get some new different fruits that he doesn't have on the daily. Because I think he's very over like the blueberries, the raspberries, the blackberries. So we'll do pineapple, because he seemed to like pineapple on the trip. Oh gosh, yeah. And I'll do like a couple other, maybe pears. Yeah, pears is just to switch it up. Yeah. And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, it's at this age, it's all about trial and error. You never know what it is that they're gonna like, what they're not gonna like. Yeah. You know, so just try.
Right. Just try. Toddlerhood is like,
it's ghetto.
It's ghetto.
It really is.
It's like not for the weak.
It's not. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Anyways, shall we dive into our list?
Yes. I'll go first.
Yeah, and we could talk a little bit about like each one too, like go more in depth.
So
go for it.
Back in the day, you know how like it was acceptable to put infants sleeping on their stomachs. Yes. And in today's world,
on their bellies,
it's not. So I remember one time someone was trying to put Cirilla down on her belly, and someone came on. They're like, no, you cannot do that. Like, I know back in our time, like that was okay, but in today's world, you got to put them on their backs. And the person was like, oh, I had no idea, because like they haven't been a mom in like years. Right. So yeah, babies have to lay down on their back.
I remember when Grayson was a baby, like my mom kept telling us, well, all of you kids slept on your bellies. I'm like, yeah, mom, but things are different now. Like now like that's not safe anymore.
Right.
And she just couldn't believe it. She's like, but what if he chokes? I'm like it is what it is. Like he has to be on his back,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And thankfully Grayson, till this day, he sleeps on his back. Like he doesn't even like being on his belly. So I am thankful for that we never had to like constantly move him when he was a baby, when he started like rolling over. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember Sarilla rolled over before 3 months, and I was freaking out, and I like put her towards her back.
Oh my God, it's scary.
It's scary. But they say once they are able to roll on their bellies by themselves, they can roll back to their back. So once the pediatrician and the nurses told me it was okay, I was like, all right, I'm trusting you guys.
I know. Going into the sleeping thing, blankets.
Oh yeah,
when they're sleeping.
Yeah,
it's a huge no. My mom, it took her a while, but then I, we did the sleep sacks and all that stuff, and she was just like, oh my gosh, like these things didn't exist during my time, so she thought it was really cool. But yeah, a lot of people till this day just don't know. They think that it's fine to just put a blanket in a baby's crib, and it's not. Or even when you're co-sleeping.
Right, no.
Yeah.
All blankets, all stuffed animals, loveys, hats, gloves, that all those gotta be taken out. The only blanket that should be is like whatever is being swaddled on them. Yes. That's it.
And then it's funny because like now to this day, we co-sleep. Grayson hates the blanket touching him, so he doesn't even like a blanket. Doesn't even like it because he overheats easily at night. Like it gets really hot and sweaty. I don't even put sometimes like the long jammies. He can't even do that.
Right.
So whatever makes my life easier. The not wearing socks.
Oh yeah, not wearing socks in the house or slippers in the house, or you're gonna catch a cold.
Girl, my mother-in-law is on her way here. I think because I told you, they're gonna clean out Blue's dad's apartment. I bet you the first thing she's gonna say, "Ay, ese niño, porque no tiene medias? Like, why isn't this baby wearing socks?" I know she's gonna say that every time. He's gonna get sick. He hasn't gotten sick. And let me tell you, Grayson was barefoot until like 14 months. Like he just didn't like shoes. He didn't like wearing socks, and I didn't fight him on it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
And I've read, or actually this should be a fact, I think. It's easier to teach babies to walk
without socks
and without shoes. So that's another thing. I remember when Grayson was learning how to walk, my mom was like, oh, you need to put shoes on him.
And I'm so glad you touched base on shoes, because the shoes that I had given you for Grayson, allegedly those shoes help support babies walk, fix their position of their feet. And I got grilled not only by my mom but my mother-in-law, you need these shoes. So we got a bunch for like thing, because we're like, oh okay, we didn't fucking know. But with Sarilla and with Thane being in occupational therapy, and I had more knowledge, I would ask the professionals like, hey, X, Y, and Z, is this true? They're like, hell no. I mean, they didn't say hell no, but no, if they could, they would.
So I actually knew that already.
Really?
With the shoe, yes, I did. We don't. So the shoe, we love them, but we don't wear them all the time because when they're learning how to walk, or even toddlers in general, they should wear more flexible shoes. That's going to be more comfortable for them and better for their feet. But I remember my aunt was here for Christmas Eve, and he had the shoes on, and she's like, "Oh, those shoes are so good for him because they support his little." I'm like, in my head, no, you don't want stiff shoes on toddlers, you don't, or babies.
Yeah, and I remember Cirilla's foot position was kind of like slanted, so she was telling me like, you need those shoes, and I was like, oh my god, like, so I bought like a bunch. And then I talked to her doctor, and she was like, no, it's going to correct itself. It's fine. I talked to Thane's occupational therapist. They're like, no shoes is going to correct foot positions or like nothing. If anything, those shoes are like terrible. Then I had someone come over to our early intervention exit interview, and like I was talking to her about it. She's like, the only way to fix feet at that age is getting surgery. And I'm telling you right now, like, no amount of shoes is going to fix anything. So I was like,
yeah,
those shoes were $50 each. So I wasted like $200.
they look expensive. Yeah,
$200
that's crazy,
a total,
Amaris.
because I got 4 different pairs, all
You're
because of this
crazy.
goddamn myth.
Amaris is crazy wallet out
I'm
here.
pissed.
Meanwhile, no, girl, listen, we just get like
Flexible,
shoes. I do
yeah.
my research, flexible. I just get them from Old Navy or like Target. I make
Yeah.
sure that they have the flexibility. And
That's what I do
but
now.
I will still put on the the stiff ones like every once in a
Right,
while, but
because
not like on an everyday
they
thing.
look dressy. So if you think about it, like dressy
They're
shoes, they're
so
not
cute.
comfortable, but they're really flipping cute. But to
They're
wear
so
it on an
cute.
everyday basis is a big no.
No,
You know,
they
so
look so cute in his outfits. They look like
yeah.
like the Doc Martin boots,
Yeah.
like those trendy. They look
Yes.
like that.
Yes. So yeah, $200 later, and I'm just giving it out to people as gifts.
Oh my God, Amaris. Oh my gosh. Honestly, though, I would have done the same thing if people were telling me like,
Yeah, because I didn't flipping
you're
know.
first time mom.
First time mom. I did it with
and you were young.
I was young. And you get from both sides. I go, yeah, those are great. I did it with my kids. It corrects them and this and that. You're like, oh, okay, that's what it's meant for. Now I don't trust what anybody says. I'll be like, oh yeah.
I forget that you're younger than me, and you had your kids in your 20s.
Yeah, I had my.
So you were young when you were pregnant with
6. I was 26 years old when I
pretty
gave
young.
birth. That is young. Young, wild, and free.
The car seat safety.
Car seat safety.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things.
Hi, hello, how you doing? I'm here to mic check. I'm here to say coats do not belong on children in car seats because they are deemed unsafe. The amount of shit that I've gotten for this.
I get that shit all the time. Well, my mom understands, but Blue's mom, no.
I'm looking at you because you and I were like reading.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that baby's gonna get sick. How can you put him in the car seat?
I hate back in my day, I did it with all my kids and they're fine. I don't care what you're doing with your kids. These are my kids. They came out of my cha-cha-cha, not yours. So they're not gonna wear a coat in their car seat. I don't care how cold it is. That's why there's blankets. You can put a blanket on there. Heck, there's people that they make this their job to spread car seat safety awareness. There's Instagram accounts, TikTok's accounts.
But some of those people are a little harsh, though. I
don't follow harsh people.
Okay, I just feel like they attack me. Wait, that baby's not, you know what I mean? Like in groups, mom groups in general.
Mom groups are wild.
They are wild, but the car safety people are like,
they're like, it's like chill. Like
there's a nicer way to say things, you know?
Right. No, I had to stop this, mute this one Facebook mom group because it was getting too much. I was like, it is the holidays. I don't need to read all this.
Too many time on their
hands. Too many nonsense is going on. But I've never had someone attack me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to attack me.
No, me either.
I'm coming.
I know.
I'm coming.
I know. Well, that's why I don't really send people photos if Grayson's in the car or anything like that.
Okay.
Or because I just don't. I don't know. I don't need anyone telling me I've done my research.
Right.
I've watched countless videos. My child is safe, and also not to mention every country's different.
Right.
So yeah, the blanket or the coat may work in one country, but we're in America, and it's a big no-no.
Right, it's a big no-no. And if
I just wanted to say that.
And if you kind of think about it too, if they're wearing a puffer jacket or a coat, that's the strap of the car seat. That's not really securing them. So God forbid if there was an accident, they're hitting their head, they're getting a terrible whiplash, and
or the coat can kind of
go
up and kind of suffocate
right
them.
And it's just no, they're gonna wear a light jacket where I'm able to still keep it tight and I'm able to still do the whole strap test. So leave me be. If my child is cold, I'll just put a blanket on it. I do carry their coats if we are let's say For instance, if we were going out somewhere cold, it's snowing up. Their coats and their gloves would be in the car. Once we get out of the car seats, you can strap them up and it's fine.
Yeah, like, it takes like 2 minutes. So just go inside the car, take them out. You know, you could sit with them in the back, put their little coats on, and then go outside.
Yeah. So it's like,
it doesn't take that long.
It doesn't, and they're not freezing in the car because the heat is on. Yeah. And nowadays, almost newer vehicles, they have an automatic starter. You put that baby on, and it's too hot to wear a coat. Sometimes I'm not even wearing a coat. It's too hot in there. I know. You know, so this is a public service announcement to get off my back. Because the next time I hear it, I ain't gonna be nice. So chill. Next.
Also with the whole forward facing, rear facing.
Oh yeah.
I know this is by state.
Yeah.
I know in New Jersey, what is it, like before the age of 2?
Yeah.
Is it? I need to look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up this way we're not giving false info.
Yeah. New Jersey.
But while you're looking it up, the pediatrician told me we can switch Thane at the age of 2. Now we only switched him at the age of 2 because he would vomit. He would projectile vomit. It could be a 5-minute trip, 20-minute trip.
You had to.
We had to. So,
but it was legal for you to.
I don't know. Or I don't know. Let's Google it real quick. But.
So it says here in the state of New Jersey, a child under the age of 2 years old and 30 pounds shall be secured in a rear-facing seat equipped with a 5-point harness.
Oh, okay.
So under the age of 2, has to be rear-facing.
But I think there's something else that says, I think it's recommended.
Yeah. It says 4.
Yeah,
4 and under.
Okay, yeah. So Cyrilla, she's still rear face because she's fine. She's fine.
The longer,
she's good. Her legs aren't being squished. I teach her crisscross applesauce, and she does it. But with Thane, when I say we couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't go anywhere, and we stood home. We stood home until he turned 2. Baby. And honestly, obviously that affected his like development. Right. I mean, I also was like pregnant, so I just couldn't deal with all that vomit. You can't really clean like the car seats, so I just had a spot clean it, vacuum it, and I'm like, it still smells like vomit.
It's taking me back. It's taking me back. Oh my god, the amount of times that Grayson has vomited. Well, not that many compared to Thane, but like cleaning, throw up
in a car seat,
in a moving vehicle.
Oh my gosh. There's so many times we had to get off the turnpike and pull over and like the emergency side.
I feel like I'm a pro at this point. So I get the wipes and everything. And Blue be like, "Oh, damn, you finished? Yeah, we're good. Let's go."
That's not Thane would throw up a lot. Like it will be everything he ate for breakfast, water. It got to a point where he was even like choking in his vomit. So it really gives Abraham and I PTSD. So every time we hear,
I get it.
We're like,
no, us too. We have a little bit of PTSD with the throw up situation. It's like,
I can't.
And you just know when they're like close to where they're about to. It's like
sometimes no. So with us, there was no.
With Grace and I, we know
he would be like sleeping, dead or sleep and go, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like pregnant. Oh my god, there was one time your sister was in the back seat. And she witnessed. I chucked my phone at her. She was like, "Girl!" And like Thane was like vomiting. I'm quick at taking him out of the car seat. I don't know how I can unstrap it, unbuckle him, and like get him like turned over. Yeah. But I remember that one time I was pregnant and I was gagging too, and Abraham was like, "Give me him. You better not throw up." And I'm like, gagging. Oh my god, it was a mess, but. Once he turned 2, I was like, we're going to turn him over. But we still didn't go anywhere because when he did turn 2, Cyrilla was only 2 months.
A newborn,
2 months. Yeah. I was breastfeeding and like nursing, and also a girl wasn't going anywhere. So we lucked out.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh my god, it does too. I don't want to think about it.
Okay, what else? Oh, here's a good one. Rice cereal and milk to help babies feel full or help them sleep better, quote unquote.
No.
Oh my god, no.
I did that one time with like Thane because again,
I did that one time
I did
too.
it. He vomited.
Grayson too. It was like it got like stuck almost like in his.
Yeah,
He was just not
and
used
I
to
was
it.
like, oh my god, he vomited. And then I Googled it. And I was like, no, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, I was getting so pissed.
I know. I did it too. My mom suggested it to me. She was like, oh, like it's the thing. Like all of you kids, had rice in your milk and it helped you sleep better.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, Grayson has never been a good sleeper.
Right.
So when I heard that, I was like, okay, well maybe I'll try it. Maybe it will help him sleep. No. No. Not to mention from what I've read and research that has come out, there's a lot of, what is it, lead?
Oh yeah, the whole rice cereal. There's,
what is it?
Arson. Is it arsenal? No.
Yes, arsenic.
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 There's something. All I know, I read that same article that you were talking about, and I did not give the kids rice cereal. I still gave them oatmeal though.
Oh yeah, me too, but not in the bottle.
No. Right? No, just like instant.
Oh yeah.
Instant oatmeal for them. But the rice, I was like, we're not gonna do rice cereal.
No, we never did it.
Yeah,
just that one time and never again.
Yeah, I did it the one time, and I was like, never again am I doing this. And I think that's when I started to grow an opinion that some of these things that people are telling me, it ain't right for my time, for today's time. Right. It ain't right.
And if it works for you, it's on the market. Right. So yeah, if it works for you, it works for you. But just talk to your pediatrician, because from my understanding, it's something that is not recommended anymore.
Right.
So
I think there's even a formula that has like rice starch in it or something like that. I think it's like AR, but it's for specific kids. I remember one of my best friends, I think her son started out with that, was like good and switched over to like gentle ease at some point, but it like there is formula out there that has the whole rice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a pink container. I don't know if it's from Infamel or
Similac.
To
help babies gain weight.
Or maybe I forgot the reason why her son has to be on it. I don't know if it was
that would make sense.
No, I don't think it was. I don't know. I forget, but they do have it in the market. But like Kathy said, if you're still doing it to this day, and if it works for you, it works for you. No judgment. But when we tried it, it was a nightmare for us.
We're just saying like what our moms did and swore by until this day swore by.
I do have a funny one that my mom swears by.
Go for it.
Women's hips grow wider when they lose their virginity.
It's funny because I in high school, like, not my mom never told me that, but like girls would say that in high school.
Their hips will get wider because they lost their virginity. I'm like, now how the hell does that make sense?
Yeah,
I'm like, maybe they just gain weight.
Yeah,
because they're in a new relationship. Because that does happen. That's a thing. You do gain weight when you're in a new relationship.
And if that doesn't happen to you, you're lying. It happens.
So when my mom swore by that, I'm like, okay. So I remember when I lost my virginity, I know we discussed we would never talk about sex, but when I lost my virginity, I was like looking for my hips to get wider, and I would always look in the mirror like,
I think I did too.
I'm like, is it wide? And I'm like, it doesn't look wide, or like a thigh gap, and I'm like, I've always had that though.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Have you heard of the chamomile tea in milk?
No, but my cousin does.
That's a Hispanic
That is, thing. Yeah. I don't think she gives them chamomile tea at night for them to like sleep well, release the gas. She swears by it.
I have done. I do that sometimes. Like if Grayson has a bellyache, I'll do chamomile tea, like just in a little bottle, just a little bit. But I'm talking about like even as newborns, like
oh no,
like putting a little bit of chamomile tea in their milk to help them sleep.
No.
Can you believe that shit?
No, my cousin did it once they were able to eat solids. And like she swore by it, but and you know I love chamomile tea. I grew up on that shit. That's one thing my mom taught me. Right, you got a belly ache, you got
I know,
period cramps, you drink chamomile tea, and that cures
it
you.
does.
I tried to do the whole chamomile tea with both kids. They did not like it, so I didn't force it.
I didn't even do it as a baby because I was very strict on the no water before.
No water. The only water they should
6
have
months,
is in their formula.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Because they can't, they, you know, they say that they can't digest it. So, you know.
But I just remembered one that I didn't write down. But my mom, when Grayson was teething, before the age of 1, she'd be like, oh, like they sell this honey that you can put on his gums. I'm like, Mom, no, kids cannot have honey.
Yeah.
Or babies cannot have money because of botulism, infant botulism. Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
And she was like, no, but it's only a little bit on the gums. I was like, no, Mom, no. Like that's a big. I was very strict when it came to the honey thing.
Yeah.
Any snack, anything that I would give Grayson, I would make sure
there was no
that
honey.
It didn't have honey. Even like the breads, like I would make sure like there was no honey in it. So I was paranoid about that.
Yeah, I was paranoid about that too. That's why I'd be like, this is what you're feeding them. Or if they were going through something, I didn't go out because I'm like, no, I don't trust none of y'all. Have you ever heard when kids get a shot, when you know their vaccines, you heat up vapor rub, you heat it up, and then you put it on their shot, and they like
I
swear.
never heard that one.
You never heard? Yo.
No, but I know they vapor rub Vicks.
I mean, that's a staple, you know, in every Hispanic household. Do
I
use it? No, I use Frida Baby.
I use I don't know where it is, but it's like a baby brand. It's like a holistic, all natural,
like rub. Yeah,
you rub.
Yeah. No, we use the Frida Baby stick.
Nice,
because that smells nice, Baby. And Thane loves it. I'll be like, okay, Thane, come on. He'll be like lifting up his shirt. He'll be like, chest, neck.
If you like Frida, if you like that stuff, they sell the drops.
Yes,
Frida, you have that. I love it for like baths or like you can put it in the humidifier. I love that stuff.
Yeah, they also have a bath bomb, so sometimes I would just
nice.
Put it in their tub. I gotta get that. And it's nice. It feels good. Sometimes I use it for myself. I'll be like, I'm stressed. Fix me, Frida Baby. Fix me.
Oh my god.
But yeah. I would say Vicks doesn't help. I've used it the last couple of times when I was sick, and I'm like, this shit don't work anymore.
It didn't work for me when we were all sick. That shit didn't work. I mean, I still use it, like kind of like on my nose.
My nose to breathe. Sometimes I'll put it on like my temples to forget that menthol. Yeah. Yo, that shit feels nice, but it doesn't cure me.
No, my mom has so many like remedies with the Vicks. Like one of them, she told me, take a tablespoon of the Vicks, put it in a pot of boiling hot water, put a towel over you, kind of like a
scene.
I mean, that does sound like it would. That does sound like it could work. But the amount of times she's told me that, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. But I've never done it. I'm sure that helps.
I'm sure it helps. I had someone tell me that they eat vapor rub.
Stop.
They said that they take they take a little bit and put it in the back of their tongue and drink tea. And I was like, interesting. Mind you, this was like an adult man.
Okay.
I was like,
I feel like something's wrong.
Okay, no problem.
No.
Oh goodness. What's next on our list? Oh.
What?
Holding the baby too much will spoil them.
I still get that.
I'm like, oh yeah?
I'm going to hold my baby. I'm going to soak it all in, ma'am.
Yeah, like respectfully, this is mine. You know, I've dealt with like 9 months of excruciating pain. I don't know how, I wasn't in labor for long, but like I pushed both these kids out my coochie. I am going to hold my baby. Okay, and
my aunt used to always like say stuff to me. Yo, like, Nachi, you're spoiling him too much. You need to put him down.
What would make me so irritated? She would tell me, "Oh, you don't want to hold him too much because you'll spoil him." So I'm like, okay, so I'll put him down in the playpen. Next thing you know, he is now on her chest. And I'm like, oh, I thought holding him too much will spoil him. She's like, no. And I'll be like, this.
I think she just low-key wanted to hold.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Oh my God. But yeah, that's not a thing. You can't spoil your baby too much. Taking all the snuggles.
Yeah, taking all the snuggles. Give all the love your baby. Yeah. Connect. Holding your baby is all about bonding and connection. Just think about that.
I still do that with Grayson. He's very attached to me. So I'm gonna because there's gonna be one day that he's not gonna want to be held or snuggled with. So I'm gonna take advantage.
Right. He's gonna be like, Mama, stop. Boundaries. Yeah. And that's gonna break your heart.
It is. It's so annoying, especially for like first time moms. Like they already have a lot of shit to worry about and they're stressing about. Like, come on.
Like, ease up. Tell them they're doing a good job. That's all they want to hear. You're doing such a great job.
Yeah.
Exactly. Proud of you, girl. Do you want a coffee? Do you want me to make you lunch? Want me to load the dishwasher?
I just thought of something that you're gonna laugh at. So I told my mom, I was like, oh, Grayson hit Cyrilla a couple times on the trip.
Oh my God.
And she's like, you have to call the pediatrician. That's an issue. I was like, Mom, come on. Yeah.
You gotta call the pediatrician. No. Grayson.
Like, come on.
Grayson was hitting Cyrilla throughout the trip because if you think about it, he hasn't been with like other children for that long period of time. He has play dates, whatever. But like he was with Cyrilla for what? If you want to put the whole trip together, like 2 days. That's a lot for a child. So I have to share my toys. I have to share my mom's attention. I have to share the environment.
It's confusing.
It's like, why? So it's all learning. It's all learning.
I think it's honestly, it's normal toddler behavior. They're learning how to communicate. They don't understand the concept of sharing at that age. They don't understand.
They don't. And plus, also, I think the research has shown that kids don't learn how to share until like over the age of 3 or 4.
Yeah, I've read that too. Yeah,
so like right now, it's all about like she has a turn, he takes a turn. It's okay. Okay, next.
I try to explain that to my mom, but she's like, you got to call the pediatrician. That's not normal behavior. I was like, I didn't want to get into an argument with her, so I was like, okay.
Oh my God, that's not normal behavior, Nachi.
And then she goes on to like, you got to be careful once he's in school. I was like, well, you're taking this way too far.
He's not even going to school for like, what, 2 or 3 years?
And this is what she's telling me.
In school.
First time mom over here.
First of all, things in preschool. In preschool, that's when they really gear on like the turn taking, the sharing, the parallel play. That's when they really gear it in. But he's a toddler.
He doesn't know.
What the fuck? Maybe if he was like in a daycare, then yeah, he will have those play skills. But he's not, and that's fine. Yeah. He doesn't need to see a pediatrician. You for shits and giggles should ask the pediatrician, send an email, forward that shit to your mom. We've actually done that in the past. An opinion was,
should I do it?
I would.
And I'll tell the listeners too next episode.
Abraham and I did that one time, and we sent it over to your aunt. She was pissed because her belief was wrong. You know, I don't want to say what the belief was because I'll text it to you because it's a little bit private. But yeah, and I remember thinking, it's gonna start where you're gonna tell me something and I'm gonna email the doctor and I'm gonna start screenshotting every time the doctor says things.
I've emailed the doctor so many times, but you know what? I prefer they get back to me right away when I email. But when I call, the front ladies like, sure, hon, somebody will get back to you. The nurse will get back to you.
Yeah.
Shut up. Like, you're not going to get back to me right away. But when I do the email.
Right away, yeah.
Because I think it goes directly to the pediatrician.
Maybe. I know with us, it goes through, like, a channel. Like, it'll first go to, like, the nurse. And if the doctor, like, needs to see it, they will push it through the doctor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, ours goes directly to the pediatrician or like whoever's in that day, I guess.
Right.
So I just prefer to do the email.
And then it's
route.
like in writing, so it's not like, oh, I'm second guessing. What did they say? Did they say that? Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god. Alrighty.
Going out either with your hair wet or without a hat.
No, you're not gonna get
Grayson's
sick.
not. Yeah, Grayson doesn't like wearing hats. So
yeah, my kids don't.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, what am I supposed to do if they don't like to wear?
What are my options?
Right. My options are he's going to go outside with no hat.
Yeah,
no big deal. And I'm gonna go outside with my hair wet because it's
not because I can.
I can. It's not gonna get me sick. However, I don't because like it does ruin like the hair follicles of like curly hair.
I don't either.
You know,
I don't like. Yeah,
but it's not gonna get me sick.
Yeah. Also, too, I just thought of like and maybe your mom was like this too, but I remember growing up, my mom would always tell me, "Oh, don't wash your hair at night. Like, don't go to sleep with your hair wet."
But like, why?
Like, because that you'll get sick.
No, you don't get sick. It creates mold in your hair. Yeah, that's why. Like, I don't.
I mean, I never did that.
I stopped once I learned about like hair more about hair and like hair health. Like, you should not go to bed with your hair wet because.
But what about babies? Because when I bathe Grayson at night, I wash his hair.
But their hair is like thinner. It's not long like us. Once Cirilla has like long hair like me, you best believe I'm not washing her hair at nighttime.
Okay, new fear.
Yeah, no. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The amount of like hairstylists.
That makes sense,
because if you think about it, your hair is wet. It gets matted and moldy, and if you're doing that constantly over time, it's going to get old. If you do it like one time, it's not that big of a deal. Just don't do it, all the time.
Well, see, I wish my mom would have told me that. Then you're gonna get sick. But I never did it anyways because I always blow dried my hair.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I always did it because I was like, I don't care. But knowledge is power. You need it like water, Here
we go with your
analogies.
What's it called? Analogies, yeah. I love that. I love that about you.
I low-key kind of like paraphrase that. I think, was it my EOF program motto or Abraham's EOF program motto?
Explain to the listeners what EOF is.
What's it stand for? Educational opportunity funds. Right? Educational.
Yeah, so it's like for
low income students to go to college like the summer before they start freshman year.
To get a head start, and then they get like a small grant.
Yeah, they get a small grant
that goes towards their tuition.
Yeah,
I was in it.
Yeah,
Amaris
I
was
think
in it. That's how
you and Blue met.
Blue met, yeah.
So we were all in it. And I know at the Rowan program it was also like EOF/MAPS. I don't know what MAPS stand for, but you didn't have to be low income. It could be that like your SAT scores or your grades weren't the best, but we're giving you like a chance.
Oh, so yeah. There was that. I think that's how it. Yeah.
So either my motto or Eve's motto, I forget, was knowledge is like water. We needed to survive. We were born. Knowledge is like water. We needed to survive.
Damn.
We were. Oh my gosh. We were. I'm so mad. I can't think of the last two.
It's okay, girl.
Just like water. We needed to survive. We were we were born to thrive. Like I remember, like our last meeting, we were all like, "No, just like water. We needed to survive." Hey, like we were making like a whole like.
EOF is an amazing program.
It is.
I think
it's nice.
It really does prepare you a little bit for the real world because they're very strict. You have to wake up at a certain time.
We had to give up our phones.
I know yours. We had to give up our phones. I know yours was very strict.
I think we had to be out by like 6:30 to get breakfast at 7 to then go to our first class. I think at 7:45 or 8 o'clock, and then
it was very scheduled. Very like you can't hang out in your dorms after a certain time. Everyone has to go inside. Guys and girls can't hang out after a certain time or something.
Yeah,
like
it was very strict. Very low-key kind of like reminded me of like Greek life. Like I don't know how like the Greek life was. We're going through the whole like pledging. There's a certain schedule. Like for me, it was kind of like that. So I was like, hell no, I'm not doing no Greek life. I can't be tamed.
and there was like a study time where you had to go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like
it was very
crazy.
strict.
And I remember because Blue and I were getting to know each other, but we couldn't see each other after a certain time. So it wasn't Zoom, but it wasn't Skype. But I think it was called Uvu or something like that. Do you remember that?
Uvu!
Yeah. Yeah. So we would talk to each other and like fall asleep, like talking to each other.
So
like
cute.
Yeah.
Yo, Uvu, yeah. Those were the days.
And we weren't also too because we weren't in the same dorm building. Like he was in, but it was kind of across from each other. So his dorm building was called Blanton Hall. Mine was Bone Hall, which was all girls. Bone Hall was all girls, and the Blanton was a mix actually.
Okay.
Right? Or was it? I don't remember. It was too long ago. But yeah, we went a little bit on.
Yeah, we did. Back to regular schedule program. Beep.
Yes.
I think the last one we have on our list is baby should sleep through the night. You put without, but without what?
I put without?
You said baby should sleep through the night.
I don't know where I was going. I was writing this list at night last night when I couldn't sleep. Well, I wasn't.
Right.
I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, there's this whole, and it's not just like Hispanic moms or like moms in general. I feel like a lot of people think this, that babies need to be sleeping through the night, and if they're not, something's wrong.
Right.
So I know, according to my mom, all three of us slept through the night. So me, my sister, and Adam. So her seeing how Grayson doesn't sleep through the night, and I've explained this to you. You got to call it nutrition, and we've done that, and they've checked his airways, and it's perfectly. Some kids are just
great
not
sleepers.
Sleepers.
Yeah. My sister was terrible at night. Like she would sleep all day and be up all night. Like my mom was like, she was a terror.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just people, and like now to this day, my sister is not a morning person. She's a night owl. She's her most productive at night. During the day,
some people are like
she's
that.
just like a little antisocial. But
I also I don't believe my mom that I was a good sleeper, because I'm not a good sleeper.
I would ask your aunt, be like, is it true I was a good sleeper?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her, because I'm a very light sleeper, and I think Grayson gets that from me.
And it could just be that's just how he's going to be, I don't think there's anything wrong with his sleeping. I do believe, though, he's in the stage where he's starting to dream and it's scaring him. I do believe that, and I think that's why you guys are not having great nights. But I almost feel like we have the same situation with Thane, where he will have all these like night terrors and like nightmares. But at whatever stage it passes, he started sleeping through the night.
I'm hopeful that one day he's gonna sleep through the night, consistently, because he has slept through the night, but not on a consistent. I think basis.
He will get there. Just right now, he's a toddler, and everything is confusing. Like, why am I thinking about this? Why am I dreaming about this?
Right.
Maybe he's thinking about when you left him to go pee.
Who knows?
Who knows? But I think once he's out of that terror night, I truly believe he's gonna start sleeping well. Yeah.
So this is just a message to moms who are really going through it, and you're not seeing a light at the end of the tunnel with your kids, and you're thinking, man, is my kid ever gonna sleep through the night? One day they will, and it's okay if your child's not sleeping through the night. They're kids. We all wake up sometimes throughout the night, and you cannot expect a kid to
sleep through the night. There are times I wake up and I'm like, yo, I'm ready for the day. It's 2 a.m. I'm like, get your ass back to sleep, girl. Come on.
Or you will wake up to go to the bathroom.
Or wake up to go to the bathroom. That times that it does happen. Now I'm like, well, now I can go back to sleep. So.
Yeah, but that's very frustrating, especially as, first-time moms. Till this day, my mom's still telling me, I don't understand why he's not sleeping. My dad tells me the same thing, and it's that's why I don't even bother having. What?
I was gonna say, you don't bother telling them what's going on day to day.
Well, that, and also having Grayson spend the night with them, because I almost feel like it's a burden almost, and I feel bad. I don't want them to be up. My dad works. I don't want them to be up constantly throughout the night. It's happened before, the last time, and my mom doesn't complain because she loves Grayson, but I feel bad. because she's telling me, yeah, he was up all night, and
Yeah, I feel you, girl.
Yeah, I also have a hard time sleeping without him. I'm very attached to my boy. Like, I think I have attachment issues.
I mean,
honestly.
and that's okay. You're a first time mom.
I'm obsessed with my child.
Should be, as you should. You know, don't ever feel bad.
Yeah. No.
Don't ever feel bad.
But yeah, I think that's all the time we have for today. This was a really fun conversation. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday season. I think by the time this goes out, it'll be way past New Year's. Yeah. So happy New Year. And we will catch you guys on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.